Hello, and welcome to the Free Black Girl Podcast. This is a space for joyful healing, learning, and collective liberation. My name is Najma Ahmed, and you are listening to a series of mini podcast episodes called Lessons from Liberation. If you've been here before, I need you to go ahead and hit like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you are listening on Apple or Spotify, leave me a 5-star review. I want this podcast to continue to reach more people, and that really helps me out. Also, share this podcast with someone that you think needs to hear it. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. I shared in the first season of my podcast all the ways in which I got free from unhealed trauma, people pleasing, and really from any person, place, or thing causing me to betray myself. Now, these lessons from liberation are based on what I learned after asking myself, now what? In the last episode, I talked about getting curious during the in-between stages. Once you've left your comfort zone and your old world behind, using your discernment to feel into what is right for you right now. What feels exciting? What draws you towards it? And then letting that determine your direction moving forward. But oftentimes we get stuck right there because we know that once we choose a path to go down, we really have to say goodbye. We may have already physically said goodbye or not, but either way, there's still an energy that is tethering us until we fully decide to move forward and let go. But I want you to know it's so good to say goodbye. Let's jump into this week's lesson. So that you know, this will actually be my last episode of this mini series, Lessons from Liberation. This has been such a beautiful journey. I didn't even plan to do this series. Y'all have really just been following me on my journey of becoming, of transitioning from one phase of my life into another. I know that so many of you who have tapped in each and every episode, you are also on your own journey. I can feel your energy. I can feel your love. I can feel your support. But it's time. It's time to say goodbye. I've been in this healing phase of my life for 7 years now. As you may know, 7 years, the number 7 is a number of completion. So many people, my friends, my clients, people that I've heard talk about this on the internet, were called to begin their healing journey around 2019, 2020. Looking back, it was absolutely a portal that opened up, and many of us decided to jump in, or we were pushed in. If you are into astrology, it's actually a deeply aligned journey that we have all been on together. I do not believe in coincidences. I feel like everything that has happened in my life has prepared me to finally let go, to finally decide to take everything that I've learned and put it into practice, to live. When we say goodbye, when we fully say goodbye, think about the times in your life when you said goodbye to a person, a place, a thing, and you didn't know what was going to come after it, but you just knew it was time to go. It was time to release it, to make room for all the goodness that is coming, all the goodness that is already in the process of becoming in your life right now. But you got to let go. You got to say goodbye. We're not meant to straddle two worlds. It's so good to say goodbye because then you get to say hello. You get to say hello to a space where anything is possible, where you get to try out this new version of yourself. You get to stop holding back who you've been, who you've grown into being. You get to meet new people, a new cast of characters. I think about the time when I was leaving home at 17 and going off to college. That might be the freest that I've ever felt in my entire life. I had endured so much up to that point. I had worked so hard to get out of there. I had no idea how I was going to pay for anything. I didn't have any clue about what I would encounter on my journey. But it was so good to say goodbye. You also get to learn why you experienced what felt like insurmountable odds to get to where you are today. You get to affirm that it was all worth it. And in a lot of ways, it was necessary. It is an unpopular opinion, I think, but struggle is necessary. I read it put so eloquently somewhere that a butterfly has to struggle to get out of the cocoon. A seed has to struggle to get out of the shell and to break through the soil to bear fruit. So yes, I believe the struggle I have endured in my life, again, nothing is a coincidence. I actually believe that I signed up for this when I came here, before I came to earth, to experience what I did in my childhood to now, and then to heal myself. It was necessary. I had to die to be reborn, and we know that birth is a hell of a struggle. Born into the version of me that can now shine a light and hold space for others as they do the same. The work that you have done, it mattered. The ups and the downs, it is all a part of your journey. But if we don't muster up the strength to say goodbye, what would it have all been for? If the butterfly never emerges, if the seed never pushes through the darkness into the light, we were never healing just to heal. We wanted to feel something different. We wanted to feel well. We wanted to transform. We wanted to release the weight that we have been carrying so that we could fly. When we say goodbye, you get to say hello to your wings. You get to say hello to all the other beings around you that have taken flight, the people who were meant to soar alongside you. It's important to know and accept when your story has ended in a particular place. You feel it when it no longer resonates. When we say goodbye, we get to say hello to the places that ignite that fire again, that passion, that desire to explore. That newness, we all deserve to feel it. The thrill of something new. And trusting in the unknown and the promise that it brings. I want you to journal. What are you saying goodbye to? Your old life, your career, a person, a group of people? And instead of writing a letter about what you're grieving, it's important to grieve it. But for the purposes of this exercise, I want you to write about why you are happy to say goodbye. And what do you love about letting go? What do you get to say hello to? I've talked about my relationship with escaping and weed in particular. And if you know me in real life, I have loved weed for a long time. I grew plants during the pandemic. It was a daily part of my life for over 10 years. But in the last 3 years or so, I was being called to say goodbye to it. I was thinking about this recently when I was having a craving after not having any weed for the last 5 months or so. I had been so focused on the thought of wanting to quit because I know that's what I need to do to release attachments, to let go so that I can get to where I wanted to be. This was a message that was given to me in a download. And everybody's journey is different. I know that. But this was true for me. I felt like I had to give it up. But it was becoming a punitive thing that I was losing something that I loved. And that was proving not to be enough of a reason for me to let it go when I was having these cravings. So I had to ask myself, what do I love more about releasing, about letting go right now? What do I love more about that than about going back to my comfort zone and repeating those same cycles. The answer came that I love being in control of my energy. I love that knowing nothing external to me can control me anymore. I love having a clear, sharp mind. I love that ideas flow so intensely and I actually remember them. I love that I am reading books again like crazy. Not smoking weed every day frees up a lot of time. I love that my dreams have come back, waking and sleeping. I wasn't dreaming anymore at night for years and years, but now I do. I see my ancestors in my dreams and we talk. They love on me. They give me new ideas. I travel in my dreams. I love that I can feel again. I can feel my emotions. I can let my emotions flow. I don't suppress them anymore. My body feels better. It's less inflamed. My skin even looks better. I sleep better at night. I'm not snacking late at night. I'm not spending money that I didn't want to spend. And I realized too that a lot of what I felt from cannabis in my old life of escaping, the lightness, the playfulness, those things were in me the whole time. They had nothing to do with the weed. The weed helped me to let go of my inhibitions. But saying goodbye made me realize who I really am at my core. And to choose to let that shine through. I love that I have finally decided to choose to step into my new life. It is so, so good to say goodbye. Thank you for listening. The podcast will be back very soon in the fall with a full new season with some fire guests and interviews that you will not want to miss. I'll be digging into this idea of once we say goodbye and we have evolved, what happens on the other side of the evolution? I can't wait to share with you all. In the meantime, tune in over on Instagram. I'll still be over there talking about what's going on in the world as I build. I'll be doing some recaps of past episodes and how you can apply them to now if you are still on your healing journey. Thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for being on this journey with me. I love you all so much. Enjoy your summer. Have fun. Be full of joy. Let the light in. Let the love in. Until next time, goodbye, everybody.